Morning folks, and welcome to the banks of the River Trent through Ingleby and Cuttlebrook. We're back for the third year running for the Renwick Rosebowl. This is a competition that we started, as I said, 3 years ago, and it's basically a concept of qualifiers that accumulate in the final here today. We've got last year's winner, Adrian Whittle, just downstream, and let me tell you folks, he really fancies it. But we've got 30 of the UK's best river anglers fighting it out to see who's going to be crowned the 2023 champion. But let me tell you, we've got an out of sorts river here today. It's been dropping slowly, but we did have a lot of water this week, so anything and everything is up in the air. But with £3,000 at stake, let me tell you, this is one competition that these boys are going to be taking serious. And with the likes of Sean Ashby, Cameron Hughes, Wayne Swinscoe, Adrian Whittle, not to mention local river legends like Clive Lloyd, I don't think anybody's going to have it their own way. And it's definitely going to be a tightly fought competition. Let's go and speak to the anglers to see how they think about it.
Hi, I'm Charlie Gooch. We're here today on the Renwick Rosebowl Final. I know it's a mouthful. I qualified at Branston on the golf course, caught some dace on Waggler, and it was enough to get me through. It's first time in the final, so happy to be here. The line-up's fantastic. We've got 30 of the best river anglers in the country here today, basically. Peg today I've drawn 7 at Cuttlebrook, which don't really fancy, if I'm honest. Unless some chub feed. There's sometimes an odd big chub down here. I think Clive Lloyd caught some in the final last year, so we'll give it a go for some of them and hopefully they have a chew.
Morning everybody, I'm Ian Donnelly and you join us today on the banks of the River Trent at Cuttlebrook for the final of the Renwick Rosebowl. I'm joined by my old pal Clive Lloyd, who I've known
Morning,
for
Ian.
30 years or more, I think.
Probably a lot more than that.
And Clive knows this venue from, well, ever since he was a lad really, but we've come a long way since our old Repton Fishing Club days,
Yes,
haven't we? You have.
Well, good old Repton and District Club, now long since gone unfortunately, but we're still here and that's what matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you've got a pretty good track record on here, haven't you, in the final? I think is this the third year on the trot?
I've qualified every year so far, and fingers crossed. I've had a zone win. I was 5th last year, and fingers crossed I'm going to do well this year. I think I've drawn a good looking peg, 2 below where I drew from last year, but I think today this peg looks better than that peg, so fingers crossed. I'm really hopeful.
It does, and this is peg 5 now. Obviously we've had a lot of rain during the week and it did rain a bit yesterday, so it looks a bit of a mess, but actually you've plumbed it up and it runs through.
Well,
okay.
I've not plumbed it, I roughly know the depth, but I've run my Waggler through and I'm amazed at how well the Waggler is actually going through the swim. I think I'm going to probably catch more on the inside, it's steadier, there's no boils. But I've got options, which I didn't think I would have when I first saw the peg. Now I've run the float through, I'm a lot more confident.
Good. And as usual, I'm guessing you're going to keep things quite simple?
As I've said to a lot of anglers over the last couple of years on this river, I brought 4 pints of maggots. Today, because it's up a bit, I've got lobworms. But generally, I bring nothing but 4 pints of maggots.
Right, okay.
As we say, the best thing in match fishing, keep it simple. Okay. I'm either going to catch or I'm not going to catch, but I'm certainly going to try.
So last year you were on peg 7.
Peg 7, yeah.
And you did have quite a few big chub, didn't you?
I had some big chub. I lost a couple in the snag, unfortunately, but I really enjoyed it, really. And this peg is very similar, very similar.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, you should have a few.
I hope
and
so.
And hopefully be with a chance. You've got Adrian Whittle on the next peg down, who might run you close.
The famous Adrian Whittle, well, I'm going to beat him. And I've got Charlie Gooch above me, and I'm going to beat him as well, hopefully. Yeah, so that's what it's all about.
So where did you qualify this year for the final?
Good question. I can't remember. I've fished that many places.
You've won that many matches, you can't remember.
I've won a few.
Yeah.
So
well, anyway,
I've had a good one.
Anyway, it was really good to see you again, mate. And I know we keep in touch regularly anyway, but best of luck.
Absolute pleasure, mate.
And have fun.
And I would just like to thank Gary as well. I know he's standing there behind the camera, but without Gary, we wouldn't be here today.
No, and it's nice to get these events on Burton Mutual Waters. You know, they're really well supported.
It's certainly getting it on the map, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
you know, the conditions aren't fantastic, but hopefully have a good day.
I'm going to try my best.
Brilliant.
I certainly am.
All right, mate, in tight lines, and I'll catch you later.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Hi, my name's Josh Newman. We're on the Rosebowl Final today. I qualified at Branston Golf Course on peg 7, last chance saloon. I've never actually seen the golf course or this venue before, so we're coming into it a bit blind. I've drawn peg 18 today, which with the conditions, it being a foot up, it actually looks quite nice. I've got a bit of slack water up to about 10 metres, so hopefully there's a few fish in it. Obviously the rain midweek has brought the river up, but it is dropping now, so hopefully it's favourable conditions. Obviously we'd have liked it to be a bit lower, but it is what it is. Obviously I'm hoping to ball in a load of ground bait and catch some dace, maybe an odd roach, and then if things aren't going my way, hopefully maybe snare a big fish or two, but we'll see how things go, and hopefully the river carries on dropping and it gets better throughout the day.
Right, Hadrian Whittle here. I'm on the banks of the Upper Trent again at Cuttlebrook for the Rosebowl Final, which we fished. We fished the first one last year, which I was lucky enough to win off a peg which I might have moaned about a little bit, and I might have drawn not very well today, but I'm not allowed to moan about it. So hopefully this peg will chuck up some prizes. It's definitely got potential. It's peg 4 at Cuttlebrook. It's got very little form, but it does fish very nicely. So you never know. I've got loads and loads of room. I've got no one below me for, what, 200 yards. So you never know. Hopefully we'll get a result. It's a great competition, this. It's another big money final, £3 for the winner. So yeah, I think everybody's gunning for it. We've got some good lads on some good pegs. It's definitely going to be a bit of a dogfight today. Cheers.
Right, moving on to overall positions. There is no cash in these envelopes, unfortunately, because as you are all aware, Gary pays it out by transfer. Fifth overall, with £14, 5 ounces, picking up £300, is Tony Marshall. Cheers, matey. Thank you very much. Fourth overall, with £14, 14 ounces, picking up £500, is Cam Hughes. Cheers, matey. Thank you very much. Third overall, picking up £750 with a weight of £16 4 ounces, Josh Newman. Cheers, matey. Getting quite regular, this one. Second overall, weighing £18, picking up a total of £1,500, local Burton Mutual member, Tim Kinson. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Right, gents. First overall, with a weight of £20, picking up the nice glass trophy, the old Renwick Rosebowl that don't fall to pieces, and a nice cheque of £3,000 is Stu Rayner. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
It's all yours on there.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Hello, my name's Stuart Rayner. I've just won the Rose Bowl at the Cuttlebrook at Ingleby, run by Gary Rogers on the Flyer TV. On the Burton Mutual waters, today last week I qualified at Ingleby 24, a really good peg, so I was very fortunate to get it. And today I had peg 14 on Cuttlebrook. It's the Burton Mutual waters. Absolutely full of fish, very lucky. I was on a platform that was purposely built. It was just an easy match, simple fishing. It was just 6 metres to hand, roach and dace. They went out a bit, I followed them with a stick. Possibly, which is always the case, one of the easiest matches you can ever fish when you've got plenty of fish in front of you. And I'd just like to say thank you to Gary, and I've really enjoyed it. Thank you. And a real good thing was it was a £3,000 first prize, so I should imagine if I do win money, it's not that often, but I just split it with my children, so I should think they're all going to be over the moon. I haven't told them yet because I didn't actually realise I'd won, so I should imagine it's 500 quid each for all of them, and some for my wife. So really good, absolutely loved it, fantastic competition, can't wait till next year. Thank you very much.